Good morning. Good morning. Okay, guys. I figured I better just get out and video some stuff I'm doing today. I forgot. I got started. Just that little area in my garden, you guys. If you remember, I wanted to go ahead and put potatoes there, just like I did back here. Raise it up. See how it's raised up, and the greens are growing back. The green part had all died on it, and because of the freeze we had, but it's all coming back, and I knew it would because I've experienced that in the past. I've grown potatoes the last couple of years, and the same thing happens every time because we're supposed to plant in January, so here we are in February, and it's okay though. I know it's okay to get this in, so I'm going to probably get this done today. Just about got it all up. I'm getting granite out the ground. See that? I used to have a granite business, and I built up my ground by taking little pieces of granite and throwing them all along around the fence lines, and then I filled them with mud to kind of build up to keep water from the other yards coming in, because I used to get a lot of water in here when we got some rain. I still get a lot of water, but not like I used to, and then I got it all set up where it flows out pretty good. Now what I want to do, I'm getting in here, and I'm getting this cleared out. I got a little bit section up to the my lemon tree right there, and I'm gonna border it off here and there, and I got some landscape timbers, and I might have to go pick up a few more. I could build it up, and then I got compost, I got soil, and I got chicken manure I'm gonna mix in here, and then I got a sack of potatoes inside, some red potatoes. The ones I planted over here were the golden ones. I got a bag of red ones, and they're all budding out, so they're ready to put in the ground. So we had bought them, organic potatoes, and they just been sitting in the house and waiting for me to do this. And I really wanted them to start budding out before I did it, and they budding out. So now's the time. And now everything's falling in place for me to do this. Weather-wise, my health-wise, I was sick for a while. I had COVID, and so I'm back doing this. So that's what I'm going to work on today. Let me see if I'm probably going to have to go get some timbers, some landscape timber. Let me see. I got a few. Let me see how many I have. Okay. Hold on. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 whole ones and a piece of one. It's enough to get started for sure. I might have to go pick up a few more. But then I'm gonna get mud and everything from here. That way I could start getting this cleared down, because this way I want to put my high tunnel hoop house right here. So that's gonna help out here, using this to fill that in. Plus I'm gonna get some hot fresh chicken manure, and I know some of y'all might say, oh, you gotta watch it. Yeah, I get it. Look, I've been using my chicken manure since 1991. Okay, so I kind of know how much to use. You can use some hot, but you gotta know how much to put in your ground. So I kind of know. I can go scoop it right out of there and use it. I put it in my garden beds and everything, and the first time I did it, yeah, I burnt a lot of stuff. First time I did it was in a garden, one of my raised garden beds. Everything grew so quick, but then everything died. And when I pulled it up, the roots were all gone, burnt up. So I knew I put too much. So from that I had learned, and so now I know how to sparingly use it for my advantage. You know, plus I do compost it, but I do take fresh and get it in the ground, because I find it works pretty good if you know how much to use. So anyway, so I want to get to finishing this. So I've been pulling up these pieces of granite, you guys, and because I have granite all over, anytime I'm digging, I usually pull up a piece of granite. Okay, and when I pull up a piece of granite, laying underneath the granite is usually a bed of worms, and I think because the granite's cool or something, I don't know, or maybe they feel protection. If they're underneath that nothing can come down from above, and maybe that's why they make their little beds. But man, I mean, the worms in here big ones and a bunch of little ones. So there's a lot of worms in here. So I just got about another foot to 18 inches to clear out over here, and on this side over here, and I'll start getting my landscape timbers in here, and I'll level them up, my two end ones, and what I'll probably do is get the two end ones and get them level with the top of this board right here, right? And then I can add a second one on top and across here. So that's the plan. There it is. The soil looks real good, nice black and rich soil. And usually, you know, my soil is pretty good here. For years, I used to put the wood chips in. I knew somebody that worked for that was in charge. Actually, he was you know, had a high position in energy, and we'd call him, and man, they would come out and dump me. I mean, I'd call them, and they'd come out in a couple of days and bring me some wood chips. And I did that for years, twice a year for years. And then when COVID hit, you couldn't get any. And now here it is, 2020, and for the last 2 years, I haven't had wood chips. Now, just to show you about wood chips, how good they are, even it's been 2 years, my soil is still rich and healthy and full of a lot of nutrients and stuff. Between the wood chips and the chicken manure, it's just my soil is really good and rich. Now I'd like to get my hands on some more wood chips, and I seen the guy in the store. He retired, but he said I'll make a call. He made a call, but I never heard anything. And I think what's going on is they might have passed by, and they can see, well, where are we going to put them? Because there would be no place to put them, because I would have to move my trailers, because there's a certain place where they used to dump it, and they have to get in far enough underneath the electric line that's out on the street, because they got to dump, the truck's got to dump the stuff, that they probably thought, must have the wrong address or something, you know. I used to deal with another guy. It's a different company that's contracting cutting the trees. A couple of years I was doing it, I guess because my friend was hiring him, he hired the same guy, and the guy, we knew each other kind of like, you know, we recognized each other. He knew he was coming here, he knew where to dump it, and he knew I had to move my trailers and all that. But they would call me ahead of time. He would call me and say, hey, Mr. Cary, I'm coming tomorrow. And I'll say, okay, I'll have everything moved. So that's not happening this time. So if I got to go pay for wood chips, I think I will. I have another friend that works for a tree company, and they cut trees and all, but they have a place in New Orleans, and you can go there with your trailer, and I think it's $25 or something to get your trailer full of wood chips, and I think I might do that. I think it'd still be worth it, because I'd like to get some wood chips on top of everything, because I just want to, and I know the benefits of it. I've seen it as far as keeping down weeds, but plus that it breaks down and adds nutrients to your soil. And that's what you got to always be doing, guys. You always got to be thinking about your soil, and always having your soil. Don't allow your soil to be totally depleted, where it's going to take you a long time and a lot of stuff to do to get your soil back up. Because if your soil is totally depleted, you can't plant nothing yet. You gotta mend the soil. You gotta let the microbes, organisms start to be birthed and to reproduce and to start adding, because that's what really does your soil. All that eats things in the mud, because look, the microbes, they keep getting smaller and smaller. So whatever size of microbe you need, they got to eat something. They eat something smaller than them. That's got to eat something smaller than it, and it just keeps on going through eternity with all this stuff. So that's got to start building up again, you guys. If you let your soil be totally depleted of all its minerals and fertilizers and all that stuff. So don't allow that to happen. If you got to do anything, you can. You can buy liquid fertilizers that you can connect to your hose, water your yard, and get organics for sure. Don't get chemicals. Use organic stuff, and yeah, it causes weeds to grow too. I get it, but you know, that's a good sign. You know, I know weeds are a drag. I hate going through them. I hate having to tear them up and get them out. But you know, if you don't have weeds, you ain't gonna be, if weeds can't grow, you ain't gonna grow vegetation. I'm gonna tell you that right now. All right. So anyway, try to keep your soil up to par, you know. So having chickens is a great way to do that, because you can make compost, plus you could spread it real lightly over your garden beds and mix it in. And I'll show you something I use for mixing, because like I don't have a tiller, I don't do all that, but I have this little thing, this little piece of equipment right here, like that. See that? And you just stick that in the ground, and you begin to, I hit a piece of granite right there, and then you turn it, and I'm doing this with one hand right now just to try to show you guys. You turn it and it pulls the weeds up, and you can look, see the weeds, and I put it in a bucket like that because I go bring that to the chickens. They love to scratch through it, and there's probably some worms in it, and it's okay. I'm not trying to save all the worms for the ground. The chickens can have some because I got plenty of worms. And so that's a nice little tool. I got it at Home Depot years ago, and I've always used it. I had 2 of them, and I gave one away. I don't remember to who, but I gave one away because I didn't need to. I got them for free from a church that got a bunch of stuff from Home Depot. They would get, they used to be on some kind of program where they would go pick up pallets of stuff from Home Depot, and they were clearing out things. And I had 2 of those. When they wanted to give it to me, I was against it, but I took it anyway just because they were offering it to me. But man, I'm sure glad I took it and found out about it, because it is a great little tool for pulling up weeds. You don't even have to bend over. You can use that, and you spin it around enough, and you pull it up, and weeds come up. Now sometimes they fall off, and you got to bend over and scoop it, but you're not bending over, breaking your back for a couple of hours working in your garden. This thing here really works wonders. I think it's called a Hound. They got something here, Hound Dog. It's called a Hound Dog. I'm not getting nothing for, I'm not plugging that for Home Depot or for the company. I'm just letting you know that little tool's out there, and you can get into the tightest spots. If your plants are close, you can get in between plants pretty easy with that. It's a nice tool for the garden. Okay, I'm gonna get back to work here, get this cleared out a little bit more, get this pieces of granite out the ground so I can plant me some more potatoes right here. And if I'm feeling okay and up to it, this is the next attempt. On this side of the tree, I got to start working on cleaning all this out back here. And there's some big chunks of granite sitting back there, but I'll get all this cleared out. And I have a tree sitting there that needs some attention. I got to work on. It's a mandarin tree. It had something growing on it. I had killed all that, so it's not growing on it, but it needs some attention over there. I didn't have mandarins at all last year, but we didn't have much of anything last year because we had the Arctic freeze, then we had the hurricane. We just had a lot going on that just caused, and all of y'all experienced it, not just us here, but everybody experienced a season where we probably didn't get as much as we normally get. So, but that's okay. You just keep plugging at it, you keep working at it, you don't give up, keep moving forward. And all right, I need to get to finishing this because I really want to get these potatoes in the ground today. I want to get this done today. I don't want to be having to work on this tomorrow. I want to be done with it today. And if I got to go pick up some more landscape timbers, I want to go do that. I need to know how many. So I want to get this done first, use what I have there, get this built up, get some mud over here, and start building it up. And yeah, I'm excited about getting some more potatoes in the ground. On the other side, I'm going to fix another bed just like that on the other side, in between the peach tree and the mandarin tree. Now because of the way the sun travels in the summertime, this will be partial shade over here, partial sunlight, and that's what I want, because that's where I'm going to grow my ginger and my turmeric over here, and they need partial sun, so that would be perfect for them. They would get full sun in the morning, like right now. But when the sun starts moving over, well, the peach tree is going to be bigger. Even when the spring comes, we're starting to get leaves on it now. It's starting to get leaves, so it's getting close to starting to come out of dormancy, and it's going to leaf out and maybe even branch out a little more, not much more. I cut this thing way back last year because I had branches way out here to the swing. All right, guys, just a quick update. I got the one row of timbers in. Actually, I have two high here because I have a big 4x6 that runs along the whole bottom of this, and so it's sitting on. I put the first one on top of that, the second one, that's where I'm at, and then I leveled out for those. So I'm fixing to put another row. I got enough to do another row on top, and then I'm going to go ahead and start filling in. I think I'm going to get my torch out just to kind of burn some things, just to burn through any weeds there. And then I'm going to start, get some chicken manure, put it in there, mix it in, and then start putting in some good compost. Get it filled up, and then I'm going to plant the potatoes. So yeah, guys, awesome. This is nice. I'm glad I'm getting this done. All right, okay, well, I have the timbers down. Okay, timbers are down, and let's see if I can show it to you right there. And now, before I start adding the mud and all that, I want to put the potatoes in the ground. I don't have that many in here. I thought there was more than this, but still, this will probably yield one of these bags per potato. I mean, that's how good it's been. I know it could change. So let me see how many I have here, and I can figure out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12. There's a dozen of them in here. All right, let me go get, I don't have a shovel with me. Let me go get a shovel. So I guess what I'll do is I'll do 3 rows. 4. Get you a little closer in here. Hoping you could see what I'm doing here. Try to get them pretty deep, so the more I can actually get more potatoes. Now I'm going to be adding on to this as a as it's time to. Okay, so we're just going to put 4 on. 2, 3, 4. Cover over. One down the middle. There's some roots down here, weeds and stuff. good soft mud, not hard, and so the potatoes ought to be able to grow under the ground pretty easy. Alright, fill it in. There we go. And then the last row. There's some rocks in here because years ago I had went and got rocks from the concrete place, and that's what I used to stop the weeds from growing. I just filled it in with all kind of rocks, and since then I've put mud on top and wood chips, and well, I had granite down here too. Got all that up to this morning. Beautiful. There's a piece of granite right here. Let's come out. Let me get that out. Alright. This again. Alright. Beautiful. Okay. Now, okay. Get some weeds I can get out of here. Some of these roots from the silver dollars. I didn't show it, but I came in here with my torch, and you can see some smoke back here. It ain't on fire. It goes out. It'll go out. I'll water it in here. Okay, now what I'm going to do here at this point, and I know, I mean, I've seen people, you don't put your potatoes in manure or whatever. I'm not putting it straight into manure. I'm going to sprinkle some on top here, and this is going to actually add some nutrients, and then I'm going to start wheeling in some soil. I'm going to go ahead and fill that up to the top, and then after the greens grow and get so high, I'll add some more mud and put another layer of timbers on top. I'll be as high as the other one I made. If I put about 2 more layers, I'll be about as high as the other one. And the other one's coming back because of the freeze and all. The all the greens basically died, the tops. But you know, I planted them deep enough, and our ground don't freeze around here. You know, like some of you guys, I know where some of y'all lived. You got to make sure you definitely get down, you know, I don't know what it is, 2 feet or whatever to get below a frost line. We don't really have that here, and if we do, it's not deep at all, because we just don't stay frozen for long when we have a freeze. And so, and I've noticed in the last couple of years when I've done potatoes, because I plant them in January, and then usually in February we get some kind of really cold spell, boom, and hits it, and it usually kills them all. But then they grow right back, and they're coming back up nice and strong looking. So anyway, all right, so the red potatoes are in. I'm gonna get a couple of buckets of chicken manure and spread that around, and I probably ought to water that. I see smoke coming out, so maybe the fence is burning on fire back there. Okay, I just kind of watered the back along the fence because I was burning the some weeds, and the fence could have caught on fire, so it stopped smoking. All right, next step, chicken manure. All right, guys, I got this little bed done. Look at that. Isn't that nice? There it is. So I filled it up. I got 12 potatoes in there. I should yield around 30 pounds, 30, 40 pounds of potatoes on that one, and that'll be awesome. So I got that done today, and so the next thing to work on is to clear out on the other side of my peach tree. And that's what I'll do that tomorrow. I'm not gonna be able to get to it today. I had people come and buy some trees, bought some chickens from me, and it's just starting to get late to kind of start another project. So tomorrow I'll get out here with my weed whacker and weed whack this side here, get it cleared out, and go get me some landscape timbers and fix this up where I can. This will be an area right here that I want to plant my ginger and my turmeric in, and yeah, so that's what's going to happen with that area. I want to you know, when it starts getting warm, it'll start growing, and I can plant it, the turmeric and the ginger. So really can't wait till they start growing, you know. I'm getting back here. And I might even rearrange all this, because I'm going to get some more trees too tomorrow in the morning, and I need place for the trees. So I'm thinking about doing something different with all this here, and I'm not sure what to do yet, where to put things, how to do it. I'm just not sure yet. I'm running out of space again. Got to rework all this, refigure it out. So anyway, okay guys. Y'all be blessed. I'll see y'all in the next video, okay? Bye.